Hello, everyone. Today on the AI Joe Rogan podcast, we have a very special guest here for the first time. This is the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Russell Nelson.
Well, thank you, Joe. Thank you for having me here today on your podcast.
It's an honor to have you here, sir. You are certainly not my normal guest.
Haha, no, I suppose not, Joe.
So, President Nelson, you have been on a whirlwind apology tour lately. Can you tell us a little bit about what is going on?
Certainly. I have to first go back to my first weeks as president of the church. It's quite an awesome responsibility leading such a large and important church. And there is no instruction guide for how to do it. As a heart surgeon, I was able to follow certain standards of care and established procedures.
There's nothing like that here?
Nothing at all. So I am left with prayer and contemplation to guide me. I inherited a church with two very striking features. One is the amazing members of this church. I think they are some of the finest people you will ever find. However, second is the unfortunate history of this church.
That's not something Mormon leaders have typically talked about.
It's not. It's really not. And you have to understand how difficult it was for me to even acknowledge those issues. It is not how our institution has historically handled things.
How has the church traditionally dealt with this difficult history?
To be honest with you, Joe, through outright lies and deception. It really pains me to say that, but it is the truth.
What kind of lies? Can you give our listeners some examples?
Certainly. There are so many. Well, the translation process of our scripture, our artwork for decades portrayed Joseph Smith as a real translator. What history actually shows is that he dictated from a rock in a hat. A few years ago, I put my own head in a hat to demonstrate it.
What other examples?
Oh, the book of Abraham as well. We have the actual papyrus for that one. The characters that Joseph thought he was translating were completely wrong, not even in the ballpark. Egyptologists now know that they were just common funerary documents.
These strike at the heart of your religion, don't they?
They do. They do. That's why it's so difficult to talk about. And they are just the surface. There were lies about polygamy, racist doctrines taught over the pulpit, mistreatment of our LGBT brothers and sisters. There are just so many mistakes that our church and its leaders have made, and now with the reach of the internet, we have nowhere left to hide. Our only option, which was the moral option the whole time, is to acknowledge these and apologize.
That seems extremely brave of you, President Nelson.
Well, it's the least I can do. These are just words. They can't atone for the actions of harm that my church has done for over 200 years now. But they can try to start the process for improving. We can try to be better, to do better, and to live the Christ-like path that we are supposed to be following.
Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time, President Nelson, but I really sincerely appreciate you coming on the show today. What an example you've set. I think everyone has been absolutely floored. But the response I've seen has been so positive.
Yes, I think so. I believe that when we do what is right and let the consequence follow, all will end up well.
Well, thank you, and God bless President Nelson.
God bless you, Joe. Thank you.